A very good morning and welcome back. So today what we were discussing was how EM radiations show particle properties or exhibit particle nature. Okay, and in the evidence of this particular notion, we did what is called as photoelectric effect. We have seen X-rays just as reverse of photoelectric effect, and also we could see that photons are affected by gravity. We call it as gravitational redshift. I should say photons affected by gravity. These are all EM radiation or EM waves or electromagnetic waves, photoelectric effect, X-ray diffraction या gravitational redshift show कर रहे हैं as if they possess some gravitational mass just like simple particles. इसे हम कहते हैं particle property of waves. Okay, so this whole comes under what is called as particle property of waves. Fine. And this went on till 1920s. Okay, Hertz के photoelectric effect या Roentgen के X-rays या photon की theory हो, it was all till 1920s. Now, in 1923, a Dutch physicist, he was a diplomat also, his name was de Broglie. He suggested just the opposite of what we just discussed. He said that if EM radiation or waves can show particle properties, then particles can show wave properties. And although he could not prove it, at least till 1927, जब इलेक्ट्रॉन डिफ्रैक्शन से ये प्रूव किया गया, even particles can exhibit wave-like properties. And because of that, de Broglie got a Nobel Prize. Now, our focus will be on understanding what are these wave properties of particles. Okay. So to start with, we should understand what is called as de Broglie's wave. He's saying that you have a particle which is having definite mass. It can be represented by, let's say, it is having some position x, y, z at some time t. It is having mass m. And he said that we can associate a wave with this particle. Yes, the same wave a is equals to, y is equals to a cos omega t plus phi, something like that. You can associate with it just to represent this particle. This idea comes from photons itself. Let's say you know that if we go by this relation, E square is equals to m naught square c की power 4 plus p square c square. And as you all know that photons don't have rest mass, so the total energy of photon is just E square is equals to p square c square, or we can just write E is equals to pc. Also from Planck's hypothesis, we know that this energy can be written as h times the frequency, h nu. From here itself, you can associate that P is equals to h nu upon c. Okay? And what is nu upon c? We can write this as, this is nothing but h upon lambda. So de Broglie associated the momentum of photons with a wavelength, just like this. So we can write that this wavelength, and we call this as de Broglie's wavelength, is nothing but equals to Planck constant divided by the momentum of photon. And this is not just true in case of photons, which are massless particles. This is true for any particle with mass m. So I can simply say that any particle with mass m will have de Broglie wavelength, which is equals to nothing but h upon, अब momentum को हम ऐसे लिख सकते हैं mv या अगर रिलेटिविस्टिकली आपको कंसीडर करना है तो यू कैन सिंपली राइट इट एज h अपॉन gamma m naught into v, where gamma is, you know, this factor is equals to 1 upon under root 1 minus v square upon c square. So this m naught is the rest mass and m is the relativistic mass, which can be obtained by multiplying gamma with m naught. Okay, so finally we got one thing which de Broglie proposed, that any particle can be associated with the wavelength. We call this as de Broglie wavelength of that particle, is given by h upon gamma m naught, where m naught is the rest mass times the velocity of particle. Fine. So you can box this particular thing. And remember, this was in 1923, and he almost submitted his PhD thesis in 1924, but without any proof. There was no concrete proof about that. Although people got very fascinated about this reverse idea, that although electromagnetic radiations can affect particles, then those particles itself or particles themselves can be associated with waves, and we can represent by those particles by waves. But in order to understand waves, we have to think about something. For example, anyone can ask, if you are associating matter, or more physically particles, with waves, so these are waves of what? Waves of what? For example, अगर हम water wave की बात करते हैं तो water waves are, हम क्या कहेंगे, किस phenomena को कहेंगे कि इस पानी में लहरें हैं या तरंगे हैं? We see that height of the water surface changes periodically. So in water waves, the thing which is varying, the disturbance is in height of water surface. Whereas अगर आपके पास sound wave है, so this is one kind of a wave, then we have another kind of a wave, sound wave, which is a longitudinal wave. आप देखें उसमें you have particles which perform to and fro motion, and because this beam of particles is vibrating, it causes pressure over an area. So for example, this is a membrane और इसके आसपास आप बोल रहे हैं तो this membrane will start to vibrate because of the pressure of these particles. So here pressure is changing. So we call sound wave as pressure waves also. Okay. इन दो तरीके की वेव में we can associate what is changing. Waves of what? Waves of height. Height is varying. Waves of pressure. Pressure is varying. But in case of particle, what kind of a wave you are going to associate with? Waves of what? And the answer comes that these are waves of probability. And probability in what sense? Probability of finding the particle. Probability of finding the particle. And you can simply represent it by a symbol, which is a Greek symbol psi. Okay, but if we write something like this, you know, we can represent psi is equals to some constant cos. Abhi, you just don't go by what it is written over here. We can simply write it as cos omega t, where ये frequency कहाँ से आएगी, time period क्या होगा, that we will discuss later. But you know that if we have such kind of a wave, then cos can have values from -1 to +1. It can fluctuate in between. So the minimum value of a can be -a, or psi can be -a, and maximum value can be +a. So we are saying that if this represent probability, then it is fluctuating between -a and +a. That's absurd because probability cannot go in negative. Possibilities cannot be negative. Possibilities can be either 0 or positive. Okay, so we have got one thing, that this is not the ultimate representation of probability. Rather, what we do now is we take mod psi square. Okay, and this is called as probability density. And this probability density has to be normalized और इसकी total value 0 से 1 के बीच में होगी, because there can be 100% possibility of finding a particle but not 101% possibilities. So probability has to lie in between 0 and 1. It cannot be negative. Okay, so although this may not be that much clear, but as of now we have associated another representation. जैसे हम बोलते हैं ना, ये एक्स वाई जेड एट टाइम टी पर ये पार्टिकल प्रेजेंट है, इसी की दूसरी रिप्रेजेंटेशन हम बोल रहे हैं कि इस पार्टिकल को आप एसोसिएट कर सकते हैं किसी वेव साई से, जो कि इस तरीके से दी जाएगी, a cos omega t. In fact, this psi will be both function of x and t. Okay, तो हम फिर इसको ऐसे लिख सकते हैं, a cos omega t minus kx or kx minus omega t, whatever the way you like. Fine. So in a way we are associating or changing our way of representation of particles' definite position to probabilistic possibilities. पहले हमने कहा कि ये पार्टिकल इस जगह पे x, y, z, t पर इस समय पर यहाँ हो सकता है, लेकिन अब हम बोल रहे हैं कि यहाँ होने की इसकी पॉसिबिलिटी है 99% और 1% पता नहीं कहीं चला जाए. You don't know anything. साथ ही ये भी है कि अगर मॉड्यूलस ऑफ साई की वैल्यू लार्ज है, इसका मतलब जिस x, y, z या t पर ये डिफाइंड है, वहां आपको पार्टिकल की मिलने की प्रोबेबिलिटी भी लार्ज होगी. सो लार्ज प्रोबेबिलिटी ऑफ फाइंडिंग पार्टिकल्स. और अगर ये मॉड्यूलस साई स्क्वायर की वैल्यू कम है, इट इज स्मॉलर, then we say that probability is also smaller. Fine. So what is the quantity जिसके की fluctuations matter waves बनाते हैं? That is only probability. हम possibility बता रहे हैं कि ये पार्टिकल यहाँ हो सकता है और इसकी possibility है इतनी, और वहां होने की possibility है इतनी, and these possibilities fluctuates with time and space. Okay, and although it can be very small, very small, but there will be a possibility. There is a possibility. आप अपने रूम में बैठकर इस वीडियो को देख रहे हैं और आप पीछे मुड़े तो there is a possibility कि मैं आपके कमरे में मौजूद हूँ. Although very small possibility, but there is a possibility. या फिर ये भी possible है that I am just turning my face और आप में से कोई मुझे दिख जाए. Okay. Okay. As of now, because I have done the measurement, there was no one. So I'm very sure that no one is around me from your class. But the possibility, although very small, is still there. इसीलिए हम उसे वेव के फॉर्म में बना सकते हैं या उसे रिप्रेजेंट कर सकते हैं. सो अब यहाँ पे एक थोड़ा सा डाइग्रेशन लाएं और एक डिफरेंस क्रिएट करें कि किसी चीज में और उस चीज की प्रोबेबिलिटी में बहुत ज्यादा डिफरेंस होता है. सो द बिग डिफरेंस in matter and matter waves is that matter waves represent the probability of a particle or probability of an event, whereas wo jo matter hai that was event itself. So there is difference between probability of something happening and something happening. Okay, so the dividing line between the wave and the particle nature is just the moment now. Now means ये वाला. अब for example, you don't know, let me just explain it in a bit different way. For example, in this square, let me just divide it into 4. इन 4 स्क्वायर्स में से किसी एक स्क्वायर में मैं एक डॉट बनाऊंगा, किसी एक स्क्वायर में मैं एक डॉट बनाऊंगा और आपको दिखाकर नहीं, और आप गैस कीजिएगा कि वो डॉट मैंने कहां बनाया होगा. एनी गेसेस? फर्स्ट वाले में, सेकंड में, थर्ड में, फोर्थ में? सो अभी आपके दिमाग में कुछ कैलकुलेशंस चल रही हैं, यू आर ट्राइंग टू फाइंड आउट क्या हुआ, कैसे, कहां बनाया होगा, पेन इस तरफ गया था. ऑल पॉसिबिलिटीज. देयर इज अ पॉसिबिलिटी कि मैंने जो डॉट लगाया है वो लोअर लेफ्ट कॉर्नर में है या लोअर राइट कॉर्नर में है, अपर लेफ्ट में, अपर राइट में, कहीं भी मैंने डॉट लगाया हो सकता है. फाइन. तो अभी आपके दिमाग में जो चल रहा है दैट इज calculation of possibilities, and the moment I'll remove my hand from here, it will be happening of an event. Now you know कि मैंने यहाँ लगाया था, वो सारी possibilities खत्म हो गई. Now you know कि मैंने इस जगह डॉट लगाया था. So probabilities या possibilities और जो चीज आप जानते हैं उसमें केवल इस चीज का अंतर है. अब आप जानते हैं, पहले आप नहीं जानते थे. इसी तरीके से एक पार्टिकल या लेट अस से दिस इज अ फुटबॉल फील्ड, और इस फुटबॉल फील्ड में you have not entered into the stadium, you are not in the pavilion, you are not seeing the football match. So आप दिमाग से अगर सोचें तो आप कहेंगे इस फील्ड में कहीं भी हो सकता है बंदा, anywhere. लेकिन जैसे ही आप फील्ड में एंटर किए, आपने उसकी पोजीशन देखी, then that particular possibilities have collapsed to just one particular position. आप सोच रहे थे यहाँ हो सकता है, वहां हो सकता है, यहाँ हो सकता है, मिल गया होने के बाद में अब आपने कहा कि वो वहां था, अब हो सकता है कि पॉसिबिलिटी नहीं. Fine. So this is a big difference between these two, wave nature and particle nature. Wave nature is probabilistic and particle nature is realistic. Fine, this will happen. And जब हम wave nature की बात करते हैं तो we always say this might happen. यही कारण है that de Broglie ने अपनी थीसिस में यही वर्ड यूज किया था, might. Particles might show wave nature. So this has a big catch. Okay, it was just a theoretical assumption which was later proved within 4 years, and within fifth year of his submission he got a Nobel Prize. So we can now define something like this, that you have particles which are defined with certainties. You are very certain that this dot is here. अगर यहाँ पे आप लाइन खींचे तो बता सकते हैं कि x y z पर है, और जब मैंने t टाइम पर देखा था तब हो सकता है मैं t1 टाइम पर इस पेज को हिला दूं तो वो डिफरेंट हो जाए. So particles properties are very certain, but when these particles start to move, remember ये lambda is equals to h upon gamma mv में this v has to play a very important role. Okay, this v has to play a very very important role, because अगर move नहीं कर रहा है then this v is 0, and if this v is 0 the wavelength is infinite. We will come back to it what that infinite wavelength means, but as of now you see that if we have particle nature we are very certain about it, but if we have wave nature there is a haziness. पता नहीं है, हो सकता है यहाँ हो सकता है वहां हो, देख लो. So we have uncertainty, we have doubts. Okay, we are very clear, we are very unclear, we have doubts, we have what is called as clouds over our certain mind. यहाँ हो सकता है कुछ धुंधली सी इंफॉर्मेशन, नॉट प्योर इंफॉर्मेशन, एंड दिस इज द डिवाइडिंग लाइन बिटवीन वेव नेचर एंड पार्टिकल नेचर. लेकिन जब आप मेजरमेंट कर देंगे, आपने किसी चीज को पता कर लिया कि ये तो यहाँ रखी है, then it is done, then it is not the wave nature, it is the particle nature. Okay, so we have one philosopher, we call him Soren Kierkegaard. He once said that life can be understood backward but can only be lived forward. यानी आप पास्ट एक्सपीरियंस से सोच सकते हैं, समझ सकते हैं, लेकिन जी केवल फ्यूचर में सकते हैं. So in your past is all certain because you know that has happened, and your future is all uncertain because this might happen. Okay, I might be continuing or continue to teach you till your end of the unit or end of the syllabus. I might leave in between. Okay, you might change the college, you may pursue graduation from an IIT, not from DEI. There are possibilities. So future is coming with might or possibilities, and past is certain. और जो certain है उसे हम समझ सकते हैं, we can understand that. लेकिन जीना हमें इसके साथ है, with might happen this way, might happen that way. Okay, so this is all about introduction of wave nature of particles, and the takeaway is particles show wave nature, where waves are of what kind? Waves are of possibilities of finding them, waves are of probabilities of finding them, and you know that probabilities cannot be negative, therefore we define the usual probability density जो कभी नेगेटिव नहीं हो सकती, और अगर हम इसे नॉर्मलाइज कर लें तो we'll be very certain that उसकी वैल्यू कभी 1 को क्रॉस भी नहीं करेगी. We will see how we can describe a wave when a particle is having some velocity, let's say v. So एक पार्टिकल है जो मूव कर रहा है वेलोसिटी v से, अब उसका वेव नेचर, उसकी वेव की डेफिनेशन हमें देनी है. दैट वी विल सी इन द नेक्स्ट पार्ट. थैंक यू सो मच.